And now, live from Studio 38 in the world's Roundup City, this is the Great American Podcast. Here's your host, Butch Thurman.
Bulldogger Jesse Brown will join us today on the program. Good to have you back on the show. Hey, congratulations on winning the Governor's Cup over the weekend in South Dakota.
Thanks, Butch, and thanks for having me.
You bet. Let's go back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Governor's Cup. Big payday for you. Tell me about your win.
Yeah, end up winning $25,000 for the finals there, and a few pretty cool prizes, and got to meet Christy Noem. That was pretty cool, and overall, yeah, just a really fun weekend. You were thinking about not going because you had a knee injury. Tell us about that. Yep. Took a wreck there at Pendleton, and when I got knocked out, I guess my legs just kind of went limp, and got my MCL. So I was kind of debating on the whole time whether to go or not, and it was a very last-minute decision to go. And, yeah, I'm glad I went. Take us through that run, 3.4 seconds. You're the last man out, so you knew what you had to do. Yeah, being last was cool. Like you said, I knew what I had to be, and so I was just trying to get in the barrier as good as I could and turn that steer back as fast as I could. Jesse Brown, steer wrestler, Baker City, Oregon, on the program today. Well, let's go back to the Pendleton Round-Up. You're a past champion there, and I know you like that rodeo, but take us through the run where you were injured. Yeah, I guess I don't remember any of it, but I've watched the video. So steer was a little slower, and I got a good start, and I just was a little too far away to catch him, and I tried, and I landed on my left ear instead of behind the steer's horn. So that's pretty much the gist of that. Well, and how was the knee? The knee, I tore my MCL, so it's just going to be, doctors say 6 weeks off and rehab. Luckily, no surgery, so that's positive news. Jesse Brown, our guest today, Baker City Bulldogger on the program. Let's talk about the season. Currently second in the world standing, so you really had a good year. Yeah, this has been my best year of my career so far. Most money I've won in a season, and happy to be going in second. Right behind another Oregon guy, Dalton Massey, so that's pretty cool. We're good buddies, so his first NFR and going in top of the world is awesome. So, yeah, it's been an awesome year, a lot of fun. Got to see a lot of cool places, had awesome travel partners, rode good horses, and had some success. Well, let's talk about horsepower. Yeah, I was lucky to ride Tyson again this year, Curtis Cassidy's horse, and he's won the Horse of the Year the last 2 years. And yeah, I have a ton of confidence on that horse. He's great, and I always got good guys hazing on the other side. Whether it was Curtis or Tanner or Dakota or Kyle Irwin. I mean, I had a bunch of different guys hazing me this year, and they all did a great job. Jesse Brown, our guest today on the program, Bulldogger from Baker City, Oregon, second in the world standings as the regular season comes to a close. Traveling partners, who did you travel with this year? I traveled with Curtis Cassidy, Kyle Irwin, and Dakota Eldridge this year. Tell us about that. It's always nice to have some good guys to go down the road with and rodeo with. Yeah, and kind of from all parts of the world, really. Kyle lives in Florida, and Dakota lives in California, and Curtis is from Canada, and I'm from Oregon. So a little bit of everything, and they're all great bulldoggers and all have had awesome careers. And best of all, they're really good guys, and we're fun to travel with. So it never, there's a bunch of good days with them guys. He's Jesse Brown, steer wrestler from Baker City, Oregon, on our show today. It's good to have him back. You come from a rodeo family. I guess I'm showing my age because I used to interview your dad. Tell us about your rodeo family. Tell me about your family. Yep. My dad, he used to ride saddle bronc, and my sister, she ropes, and she's done some barrel racing too, but been breakaway roping quite a bit. She's a good hand. My mom, she runs some barrels every now and then. And I guess my sister, she just married Cody Craig, a really good calf roper as well. So, yeah, I got a rodeo family for sure.
Jesse Brown on the program today. You were a high school athlete. I was looking up some information on you. You were really good in football and basketball.
Yeah, I love sports growing up, and put a lot of time into it. We always had good teams and stuff, and I played baseball as well. It wasn't quite as good at baseball as the other two. The other two were kind of my main two sports, and I really enjoyed them.
Didn't you walk on at Washington State to play football?
Yep, I did. I played football there for probably just under 3 years, right around that mark. So, yeah, go Cougs.
Yeah. and hopefully the Cougs and the Beavers will find a conference.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but the Pac-12's kicking themselves right now because they look awful good this year, so that seems kind of silly for a breakup.
Yeah. Talking with Jesse Brown today. He's a bulldogger from Baker City, Oregon. Well, upcoming national finals rodeo. I know you're going to rehab that knee. How else do you prepare? I know a lot of guys go south and run a lot of steers. What are your plans?
Yeah, that's always kind of been. In the month of October, I've always practiced here at Baker, and kind of until the weather got too bad, and then I go to Arizona and practice. One of the set of steers that's going to the NFR is going to be in California, so it's always in the past I've gone there and practiced on them and helped pick those steers, which is good to get to see at least one herd that's going to be in Vegas. But this year's going to be a little different, and I got to take 6 weeks off, so I'm just going to be in the gym really hard, working out and rehabbing. And then besides that, I guess just a lot of mental reps and videos, and then come when my knee's ready to go, I'll be down in Arizona at McGinn's place and practicing as much as I can.
Talking with Jesse Brown today on the program. Strategy at the NFR, and I've heard a lot of different strategies over the years from different contestants, how they handle the national finals there at the Thomas and Mack. What are your normal preparations each go around?
I mean, get as much info on your steer as you can, or just make a game plan on your steer. And and the Bulldog is a little different. I mean, you got to go fast. There's no really safety and up or nothing like that. So I'm going to be trying to get in the barrier every single round, and trying to be as fast as I can every single round, and win as much in the rounds as I can, and hopefully that plays out to be good in the average as well. But definitely running out that barrier.
Jesse Brown on the program today. Who taught you how to rodeo? You got a little bit later start, didn't you, deciding to rodeo?
Yeah. I didn't start rodeo until I graduated college, and I went to college for a while. So Trevor and Blake Knowles were a ton of help to me. I got to travel with them my rookie year, and so I learned a lot from those two guys, and two of the best to learn from. And when I was in college, Bo Clark helped me as well, just at the very beginning. But I'd say Trevor and Blake helped a bunch.
How about the business side? I mean, it's more than just competition. It's how to enter, when to enter, where to enter. Yep. That's what I would say about those guys. Yeah, I learned, the entering and going down the road, and that was kind of my first full year or so. Those Trevor and Blake definitely helped me with all that. Bulldogging as well, but like you say, there's a lot more to it than just that. So those two guys. Well, you've had a great regular season, and we'll be rooting for you and Dalton Massey, two Eastern Oregon contestants, and appreciate you taking the time to join us today. We'll see you in Las Vegas.
Yeah, great talking to you, Butch. Thank you.
Steer wrestler Jesse Brown, Baker City, Oregon, currently second in the world standings as we close the regular season. Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back. News and notes and rodeo highlights on the Great American Podcast.
For the free spirits drawn by the call of the West, only one brand is worthy of coming along for the ride: Wrangler. It's worn by those who round up old friends and blaze new trails, and by those who know that going off the beaten path is often pretty hard to beat. Because when you ride in Wrangler, you're always ready to saddle up for another adventure. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
More from Studio 38 and today's Great American Podcast with Butch Thurman.
It's the Governor's Cup Playoff Series from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Each of our champions cashing in for $25,000 in the final round. In the bareback riding, it's Mason Clements, 87.5. Powder River Rodeo's $2 Chuck. Jesse Brown picks up the steer wrestling title, 3-4. Coleman Proctor, Logan Medlin win the team roping at 3-4. Saddle bronc riding goes to Cade Bruno, 87.5. Sutton Rodeo's South Point. Now to the breakaway roping for the ladies. Shelby Boys Jolly at 2.1 seconds. Shad Mayfield is your calf roping champion, a time of 7.3. For the ladies in barrel racing, it's Emily Beisel. Butch Knowles on the Cowboy Channel with the call.
All right, we'll see if Liza has one more good run in her. Emily said she just kind of brought this horse on slow, and man, this horse looks good. 2 good turns, 3 good turns, so a great way to start it out as Emily gets out of there. 13.74, saving the best for last.
And in the bull riding, Stetson Wright, 90 points. Dakota Rodeo's Bubba G. The Governor's Cup, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, $1.1 million total prize money. Well, that'll wrap up the program for this week. Once again, a big thank you to Jesse Brown, Baker City, Oregon Bulldogger, joining us earlier in the show. We'll be back again next week here on the Great American Podcast. I'm Butch Thurman.